Are you listening?
Oh,
What's up, everybody?
good morning.
Good morning.
The coffee is warm. The coffee is hot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then on top of that, I'm hanging out with the sweet dice bag from cardsartopia.com. Sweet dice bag.
I got one thing to say about these dice bags. You want to hear what that is?
Well, yeah, you
Customized rules.
blanket. Oh, wow. Cardsartopia.com. You can get a customized super fast tortoise dice bag for yourself for $45 plus $5 ship. You can even get yourself a MTG Hillbilly dice bag over there. $45, $5 ship. Pretty awesome, pretty cool. Yeah. Sorry everybody, the coffee was late. Had some technical issues in the background that had to be fixed and solved and all that jazz. Let's say hi to everybody. Well, hello, Stasis Orb.
Yes.
Yes, that's me. That's what you think. Yes.
Yep, I'm here.
Yes. He's here. Hello, Hillbilly.
Hey.
Hey. You know, anybody ever tell you that you need to shave that? No, I'm kidding. Hello, Cookie Dude. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, hey. What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, mates?
What's up, mates?
It's me, mates.
Hope you're having a good day. Good morning.
So far,
It sucked to be that person who had issues on Arena today.
I hate to be that person.
Yeah.
That was tough. That's rough. Oh man. Plus, Stasis Orb's down here chilling. Look at that. He's chilling.
Yeah. That ram. Oh. Maybe want to ram my fist through my dang on screen. But I know it ain't my computer. It's the game. I ain't going to do that.
Yeah, your stream was pretty well, solid. The issue was all on Arena for sure, from what I saw, from what I was watching. So, everybody, we have a topic today. Yeah. But really quick, I want to say, okay, I heard you. All right, I want to say really quick. I was reading a message that was sent to me. So one thing I wanted to say before I get into the hellos to the chat is this show is brought to you by the power of the community. The community has built the show. The show has been built up because the community has been amazing and supportive. You know, your interactions, yourself in chat, the support on the side to help keep the show running has been 100% amazing. Having a sponsor, having cool guests like Hillbilly, Stay Sword, Cookie Dude, Salmonella, plus having amazing people like James Prime, Time Capsule. You know, the show is really amazing because you guys help make it amazing. And I want to share my appreciation on that.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We love to support the show.
Anytime.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like that. No kidding. I'm all gangster. Wait till you see my MTG3 video. It's coming out soon.
Nice.
It's very soon. Like I'm gonna be editing it today.
There it is, Medusa. Better not to look at her, or she'll get stoned.
Actually, that's one of the planeswalkers.
Planeswalker.
Yeah.
Planeswalker based off Medusa.
Yeah.
You know, notice there's no snake tails for her hair, not real snakes. Yeah.
See what I know? Nothing.
You're good. No, I would have assumed Medusa right off the bat myself. I didn't know magic.
Yeah, me too.
Let's say hi to people in chat. James Willis, completely.
Hello,
amazing.
James.
Yeah, the coffee took a little bit to brew today, basically. D. Lawson. Arena was having issues.
Lawson.
You have D. Lawson. You having problems with the arena also?
Prime 406 games.
What issues are you having?
Well, I tried to accept 2 different challenges, and every time I tried to accept the challenges, arena would crash.
Oh, weird.
Caps, thank you for joining and hitting that like and saying hi before you had to leave. You are awesome. Yeah. What's up? In the meantime, you should go watch the new video over at Riblets Gaming. Riblets Gaming! Riblets! Yeah, that was a pretty fun video to do. Yeah. Riblets Gaming. If you're not a customer, know who Riblets Gaming is. She is the wife. She has her own channel now. She has her 3rd video out, and she's getting bucks.
Woohoo!
Yes, go check out her channel. Link is in the chat right there, over there. Chat that way. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm there helping her, with her, supporting her, doing all the hard work for her. She gets to film. She gets to do the fun part of filming, actually editing, posting, and tagging and everything. I do all the hard work behind the scenes, so it looks flawless on her end.
If it looks great quality, we know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not been home to play, so I don't know, says Delos. Delos has been too busy. Busy.
I was just wondering if anybody else was having any issues. I mean, the game, I was able to play some random person on the game, but when it comes to my direct challenges to people, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Right.
I wonder if you picked up a virus.
No, I don't think it's a virus.
No, it's just Arena. I know Arena because I ran into a bug yesterday when I was playing against when I challenged Hillbilly, where it didn't let me select a deck. It just threw me into our match.
Wow.
And yeah, so I think the game just has problems occasionally.
Yeah,
Vanilla.
for sure.
I mean, you got to think though. This is just random number. You got 1 million people playing Arena.
Yep.
They all log on to that game, play that game online. There's going to be issues.
Salmonella, hello. Yeah, say hello, Salmonella. I sent you a link if you're available to jump on. Morning, Mrs. Hillbilly.
Mississippi.
Wow. So there's a topic for today. And it's more of a discussion topic, and we'll get to that as we define the topic. But the topic today is, what is that magical feeling in Magic the Gathering?
I wouldn't know.
Right?
Because I haven't been able to play.
Oh, but we're going to define that topic. Oh boy, hope you're ready for this one, because I was chewing on this as I was making the thumbnail and how I wanted to represent the topic's question. Indeed. Yeah. So people have gone to the cliche act of saying, what's the best part of Magic the Gathering? And they're like, well, it's the gathering. Well, I'm like, hello, Salmonella.
Hello, chat. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Man. So I'm thinking, why not touch on the other part that people don't like the cliche about, the magic? What is the magic of Magic the Gathering? The gathering has just become such a cheap way to say there's an emotional response to Magic the Gathering, because it's all about the people. And yes, don't take for granted the people, the community, that make Magic fun. But what about the magical feeling? What about the magic part? Why leave alone Magic the Gathering? Magic the Gathering. because without the game of Magic, there is no gathering. So let's put the cliche against the cliche. Yeah.
Well, I think, that would be it. I mean, I don't play. I haven't been able to play anything, but seems like the more people you have a group of people, and you're all enjoying yourself. That's magic there.
Right.
Being with like people. Like. So you all love Magic, and the magic in the game is playing it.
Well, when I get a new card, paper card, that I like so much, my feelings like, oh yeah, I feel like a little kid.
Hello, Darc. Welcome our channel
Hello.
sponsor, Darc Raven, to the show. Yeah.
Raven, hello.
Yeah. And Salmonella being awesome. Yeah.
I'm out doing my laundry, so I have to do the dual task here. So I won't be on camera. Still got to do my laundry, but I still want to be here with you guys.
You're going to make this a clean show?
So
never a clean show.
You make the show great too. Let's see. We got this topic. Let's talk about what makes Magic so fun, because I think we can all hone in on what makes Magic fun with the Magic part of Magic the Gathering. All right. And I think we defined the topic well enough, saying we're going to try to get the cliche against the cliche. The gathering is obviously important to Magic the Gathering, but what makes the Magic part important to us? Yes. So now we're going to go. Whoa, discuss the topic. Yeah, so I want to get into hold on. You look like you're running around in the yard, pretty much. So, what, like, for an example of something what's magical about Magic the Gathering is, like, something that's very specifically Magic and not the gathering about Magic is, especially when you're brand new and you're getting to the game and you're starting to learn the mechanics and the basic functions of combat, blocking, counter spells and stuff, you really get into the mechanics of learning the game to deck build. And deck building gets so, that's not a gathering aspect of the game. That's a Magic part of the game where you're learning Magic and you're consumed by this love to brew. From a Timmy player like me, or to a hardcore player like Stasis Orb, or to the best pros of us like Coogie Dude,
You flatter me.
Yeah, Hillbilly just a standard player, Okay, but he deck brews all the time, that takes a form of passion right there, and
I love it. Making new brews and seeing them work. Oh man, that feeling so good.
Right. Then also, not only is deck brewing, we still get excited about product. You know what I'm saying? Product comes out, new set comes out, and it's something we want and we can desire. We'll go after that product. We'll go after that certain card. We go for the chase, the thrill. That's not the gathering aspect. That's us enjoying the product that Wizards is making. And
then you get that magical feeling when you get that card.
You get excited. Your endorphins go crazy. Your adrenaline just starts rushing. Your heart starts pumping, and you start going crazy. You start getting a little leady as your arms turn to spaghetti.
That's called gambling.
Yeah, that part it bypasses me. I don't I don't get that. I mean, not yet.
Right. And it's only for the fact that you do not understand the game pieces well enough, and you don't understand the value of cards well enough. You don't know what cards to look for when they're valuable. So opening that pack for that piece that will fit your deck perfectly, or to that piece that is worth like $50. It just has never come to you, or that desire for it has never arrived to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there a website you go to where you can check the card values?
Oh, there's plenty of websites. It's called Every Magic the Game Store Online.
Oh, every Magic store.
I use a program called Collector. It's on my phone. It collects my Pokemon. If you do Flesh and Blood, Digimon, Magic, all those different card games, you can input your collection into there and how many of the foil, and it tracks it like a stock market.
Well, I don't have any cards, so yet.
Right, but there's all I'm saying. There's plenty of ways to check the prices of cards. Like for someone who like who's not in the game like that, like you,
Yeah.
I can understand not knowing. But for someone like me, Ella, Stace Orb, Hillbilly, you can go to TCG Player, Card Kingdom. There's apps like crazy. There's ways to find prices of cards. Hell, you can go to Scryfall.com to look up cards, and they'll tell you prices in different places on the website to give you an idea how much a card's worth.
I deck build in EDH, YouTube, deck build in EDH Rec and in Moxfield, and Moxfield has the only place that has Canadian prices on it. So for you Canadian people who are watching, deck build on Moxfield, you'll know your price point,
Right.
and EDH Rec,
which is pretty amazing, right? Especially for someone who lives in Canada, and finding an available that fits your pricing in there is pretty awesome.
But wouldn't you? I don't know. Wouldn't you're talking about something different? I mean, wouldn't you see the magic and the value of the card for gameplay? I mean, you've got this card and it's powerful, or it's and it's shiny and it does has a lot of power to it.
Right.
Wouldn't that be the magical feeling that you got? Hey, this card is great for my deck, and not that it's worth $5.
I'll get back to you on that really quick. I'm gonna say hello, Tenzilla, and hello, Man and Monk. Thank you for joining. And yes, so like for example, when I was a newer player, there was one card I wanted that was probably like $1 card back in the day, and I never opened this card, but Stasis Orb here opened it. It was a Cytoplast Manipulator, and it functioned in my deck and it fit my deck, and I felt like it would build my deck better to be more competitive. And I wanted the card so much, so he opened this. I watched him open this pack of Ravnica, or Dissension to be more precise. And when he opened the card and I saw it, I felt like I just opened the pack, even though I'm not the one who bought the pack or anything. But I got excited, like I just opened the pack, and I just started screaming, hooting, hollering all over the store. I tried hugging for no reason because I was excited the card is. So I pulled out a $20, or at the time it was a $10 land, and traded him that $10 land for a $1 card because I really wanted that card. So value of a card for your deck does not count the same as the value for a card that's out on the market. Like I really wanted this card that was worth $1, and it was pretty good for my deck particularly, but like I valued the card more than that $10 land. That was the excitement and magic in me for that moment. Like that was that magical feeling. Now value in the market is what people are willing to pay for that card monetarily, even if they don't need the card for a deck. They just want it for the collection, so on and so forth. It's just agreed upon. It's just an agreed upon price that people think that the card's worth.
I do not agree to most of these prices. I do not agree.
That's when printer goes brr.
Yeah.
Timey-wimey just came off my printer. Also, every single Planes Chase cards just came off my printer.
Nice.
Nice.
That's pretty funny. Anyways, let's get back to Mana Monk's comment here that Hillbilly reacted to. It says, for me, it's deck building, the art and finding a card or commander that nobody in my group uses and making it work. Deck building is for the soul. And see, deck building is the best process because we can get lost in deck building like crazy, like crazy. Like when I build decks, I'll go on a tangent. I will go insane with it. Like I will start like one of the things I do the most. Like I know there's Moxfield, and I know there's other places that will go to that people can go to for cards to look up cards. But I'll go into Google, type in MTG, and type in something a basic card does, like a basic card that I want to use, like say Spectral Flight, which gives +2/+2 and flying as an aura, and I'll go to the Wizard website to look at the stats because it gives me all the cards that basically do the same thing, the best out of that style, and I'll start piecing things together like that. You know, like with Nekazar, when I first built Nekazar, I did the same kind of thing, looking for abilities that went with Nekazar's abilities and themes and wills and stuff back in the day, I should say, because I don't have a Nekazar deck. I can't afford all the cards. Wheel of Fortune just costs too much money. The rent is too damn high.
Yeah.
So I'll agree with you that deck building is one of the nicest things. I go about deck building in two different ways. First off, if I'm building a deck with physical cards that I own, I will literally go through every single card that I own and just piece them out one by one. Ooh, this would look good in that deck. And I'll come up at, what did I build last? My Quasar deck,
Right.
which is draw card tribal in my trips. I pulled out my black, the three colors that she is, and then I went through every single one of those cards, and I put in 36 basic lands, and then I went through the three colored cards. Anything that did what I was thinking I wanted it to do, I put into the deck. I think I had 200 and some odd cards in that deck by the end of that process, and then I went back and I was just like, okay, cool. I could only keep 100. Let's start cutting. And then I started finding all the extra the specialty lands and all that stuff and replacing and cutting. And then I put that, once I look at it and I'm like, oh, that looks like it's cool. That's close to being done. And then I'll turn around and sorry about that. I will go on to like EDH Rec or something like that. And I will do what they call is Wreck Your Deck, where you put your deck in there and it gives you your recommendations. And I'll leave it like that for a minute, and I'll try my deck after I've cut it down to 100, and then I'll do it into EDH Rec, and then I'll go to deck lists that are similar to it.
Right. See,
to see what I did wrong.
I do something similar too. Like when I'm building a deck, the first thing I do, because I like to save money, because saving money is something I like to do, is I'll go through all my cards and through the colors of the deck I'm trying to build and find everything synergistic. And sometimes, depending on the deck I'm building, I'll end up with a stack of like 400 cards, and you can't use 400 cards in a 100 card format. And I'll find and I'll go through the stack of these cards, and I'll pick out the best ones and trying to build a deck from it. Then I'll start looking at the deck when I finally get something kind of put together. Then I will start looking online for synergistic cards or ways to improve the deck itself. Then I'll start going and filtering through different cards and strategies. Then I'll start play testing the deck, because the deck to me is never finished until you've had a good few rounds of playing with it, because a conceptual idea for a deck does not mean it's going to be perfect when it runs. You just have a concept deck that needs testing, and that needs more focus, more attention, more improvement. And so play testing, that part lets you show the weaknesses. Then when you start seeing people, then I'll try to play people with similar deck styles when I can, and see kind of the combos and stuff they play and the kind of stuff they put together, and see where that fits in my deck. Yeah.
Well, my deck building is similar to that too. Although I'm different than y'all because I do standard. Standard, you can have 4 of each card. Commander, you can only have 1 of each card.
Right.
But I'll look at a mechanic, such as a discard.
Right.
And I'll type in there in the search bar on Arena, discard. Then every card comes up that has to do with discard. And then I'll go through there and pick out 4 of each card that makes them discard. And then after that, I may have to whittle the deck down a little bit to 3 of each card.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it down to around, as close as I can to 60.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. And Arena, I can understand where it's different because you just don't have you have all your cards, but you can't just always buy the cards you want unless you have the wild cards. When it comes to getting certain cards, so I get it, but it's still fun because you like to build decks all the time. Anyways, you like to find those cards that no one's really using all the time, just to see how it plays, and play a few games of it. It's worth it. All right, see you later, Monk. Thank you for stopping by. You're amazing.
Just like my discard deck, have not found anybody on Arena playing on a discard, full control discard deck.
Right. You know what I like about Arena though is Arena does try to keep your deck's power level in line with other decks of the same power level, so you got a fair chance of not just getting smashed over the face.
I'll go up against mono red a lot.
Right, but Arena tries to compare your deck's power level, and they try to keep it going against same power level decks. I don't know how they do it, but they've discussed that, and that's one of their things that they do. Is they try to keep your deck in the same level area as other deck. So if you improve your deck or upgrade your deck to the point where it becomes more powerful, you start seeing more matches. And there's a lot that goes into it that I don't understand, because there's win rates that you go against. There's loss rates that go against. There's power level decks. There's a lot of testing that goes into it. So someone like you who just builds decks on the willy-nilly and does that a lot probably helps the system a lot more. James Willis I don't think Arena does that anymore. Who knows? Last time I knew that's how it worked. I never heard anything else about it.
Well, I usually go up against mono red with one of my slow decks.
Mono red.
Mono red is bad.
It's a cheap way for people to get into Mythic.
Right.
It doesn't require skill or anything like that. You just play creatures, turn them sideways.
Yeah, but I don't grind though.
Yeah.
Right. People probably play mono red just to grind. Grind out the grind. Get into that edge. Get in those mythic spots. Get into the best parts. One thing I miss about Standard, other than the rotating format, because I hated rotation, is every time a new set comes out, and rotation doesn't always happen when a new set comes out, but when certain sets come out, that rotates. When your deck would go from a top tier deck to maybe a mid tier deck, because some card for another deck just came out that improved that deck. So I had to either upgrade my deck or sometimes just completely change the deck. It's just that's the one thing I hated about Standard, is when you spend this time building a deck, fine tuning it, and all of a sudden one card will change the meta and your deck just goes blue. But what I loved about Standard is that it always kept me fresh and involving myself in learning everybody else's decks and learning the different play styles. Because Andrew can attest to this if he remembers. I'm the kind of player who likes to learn people and their play styles in the community. And that's how I get better at the game, because if you can learn a person's play style, you can beat them more on average than the power level of the deck in general. And I say in general because some power levels are just too powerful. But if you can learn how a player plays the game, and this is what I love about the Magic part. If you learn how other people play their game, you can usually play them at their own game. For example, if Andrew remembers this, there was a small time I was playing a an all land deck in standard, all basic land except for a Primordial Genesis or something like that. It's this expensive 8 mana costing card that it says reveal the top card of your library if it's a permanent card, put it onto the battlefield, and repeat the process if it's a permanent card. And you keep doing it until you don't. You basically reveal until you hit a non-permanent card. And so I played an all-land deck with one copy of this card in the deck, and I even had a sideboard. And the sideboard was just different colored lands. But no, my opponent didn't see the cards I was sliding in or sliding out, so I made it look like I was sliding in and sliding out. So every game, I would sit there like a control player, and I'd start playing lands, and I'd start taking my time during these turns to act like I'm assessing the board and trying to figure out if I'm going to have a winning strategy, which I do not. In fact, the only card in my deck actually gets me out of the game quicker if I cast it. And so I did this, and usually how the night is I'd play like the first few rounds, like 2-3 rounds, and people would catch on, and all of a sudden I'm the guy playing the all land deck. They're like, thank God I needed the win. And but like there was one time I was playing this Aaron guy. I don't remember his last name, but he was a lawyer. I know Andrew knows this guy. But like he was playing this blue-white control deck with Jace, Archetype of Thought, I think. Not Archetype of Thought. No, he was a Jace from a Ravnica set, and once Theros was out at the time. And Elspeth Sun's champion was a token generator for this deck, because the deck relied on playing some control, some meta control with making tokens, and people would get out Jace, and they wanted to build up Jace so they can use his ultimate to search your opponent's deck for a big creature or something and put it on the battlefield. So, anyways, going back into my main story here, I was playing this guy, and I got to this moment where I actually started playing him accidentally, because he was like, I'd play him on land, assess the board. Every time he played a spell, I'd tell him to wait, respond, let me wait to see if I got a response, and I kept doing this every turn. Like I kept playing my lands, and every time he played a spell, I would assess it like it was vital to my strategy, vital to winning the game, which I really had no win condition. And anyways, he finally built up his board, playing as cautiously as possible. Then gets to a point where he can ultimate his Jace. And this is where the payoff went, because this is where the magical feeling came from. He went and searched my library and realized everything I have in my deck was land except for Primordial Genesis or whatever it was called. He table flipped that day, figuratively table flipped. He got up, he stood out, he kind of tossed his deck onto my deck on the table and says, "Don't you take this game seriously?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And he said, "But it's just a game, and I just played you." He went to Jamie, complained to Jamie about it because he tried getting me disqualified for that event, but I did nothing wrong. I did nothing bad. And the lesson I learned there is learning how to play your players makes your game better. Like if you can get your opponent emotionally attached to their strategy or their game, or trick your opponent to thinking you have something good, can flop up their game. So the point where the magical feeling got to me is when I learned I can interact with players beyond just socializing in a game, but like reaching out and connecting with them in weird, fun ways like that whole strategy right there brought me more into the magical feeling of the game, because it showed there was more than just the gathering, but there was more game into Magic than just Magic the Gathering.
That deck kind of reminded me of one of my decks that I got.
Yeah.
It's what I call a hillbilly deck. It has no creatures, only removal. The win con is to annoy your opponent. I've had
Wow.
people go into my hand, and my hand have nothing but removal spells, and they just
Right. No, that makes sense. The only the difference between your deck and my deck is there was no removal spells.
So I played a deck like that, and the dude was just every turn he was like, "All right, just wait next turn, just wait next turn." So I like looked at him and I was like, "Hey, the new name for your deck is just wait next turn." He had one. It was a commander deck that basically did the same thing. 80 some odd lands, 3 creatures, one was a tutor,
right.
and it was the funniest. He was just like, just let me play this one stupid. Okay, cool. We'll let you play the one stupid. He played the one stupid. Somebody countered or stopped the game actions going forward. So he got to play his stupid, but he didn't get stupid to go off. And then he was out of the game.
Oh.
So, but that interaction, I think that's why I play group hugs so much. I love to watch you go, oh my god, I haven't played that card. I've never seen that card do what it's supposed to do, and then you made it do it twice. I love it. That interaction, that fun is the magic for me. The being able to sit down and joke and laugh, and then, oh look, everybody's deck just went boom. Oh no.
That's pretty cool. That's a good way to look at it too.
Yep.
All right. It's showtime. Showtime, everybody. Where can you get sweet Magic the Gathering swag? Cardsutopia.com. Where you can get sweet dice bags like this with custom embroidery, super fast tortoise logo on it, and hillbilly logo on it, and prime frost logo on it. You can get that at cardsutopia.com. You can get dice boxes at cardsutopia.com. You can get some sweet products, high quality that are homemade from cardsutopia.com. Yes. And you are amazing. You can find the link to her website in the description down below. Also in the chat box. Thank you, James Willis. You, sir, are amazing and a true trooper to the channel. Yes, cardsutopia.com. It's where you get sweet dice bags.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, boom. Yeah. I'm getting better at that shilling. Yeah. Look at you. And thank you guys for liking the video who's been here all along and been watching. You guys are amazing. Thank you, new subscribers who've been subscribing, hitting that subscribe button. I love it that you hit that subscribe button. You are all amazing. This, like I said earlier, this is the community built channel. This channel's been built by the community. It's ran by the community. There's a lot going into it. It's been amazing. Remember that one time Stasis Orb got really pissed off and played a mountain because mountains are the way he plays Magic.
I got really upset and played a mountain.
I'm pretty sure I got really upset and played a mountain. Or a fort.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I flipped a mountain once. Just kidding. I mean, I guess technically I have.
That's true. Oh man. No, the truth is one of the things Stasis Orb is really good at. I don't understand it. Is deck building. Like I'm good at deck building. Don't get me wrong, but he understands the game in a way a little more than better than I can explain it. Because I can tell you about removal, the importance of draw, tempo, and all that jazz. But there's more to it that Andrew can hone in on. That he's built as a professional player. He doesn't count himself as a professional player because he doesn't feel like it. But he's definitely more of a professional player than all of us. And he's been in the ropes. And he's even faced some pro players.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm a good limited player. I'm not saying I'm good at deck building. Essentially, I'm okay at deck building. My decks are usually pretty janky when I build them. But if I want to play competitively, I usually just look what people are, what the meta is, and kind of build around that. And then, but yeah, limited wise, I see for me, I have like a set rule, where I have like a set like strategy every time I play limited, whether it be draft or sealed, and a good well-rounded rule of thumb for limited, if anyone wants to get serious into limited, is you want to play about my favorite ratio is 15 creatures, 8 spells, and 17 lands. That's like the perfect ratio for me. And that allows your deck to be synergistic, and you
That
can be
doesn't change during colors.
yes, it does. So your colors, obviously you want to stay within your colors for sure. But if you're this is a crazy thing about limited is limited always has all these like ridiculous um directions it could go, golly. So yeah, so obviously stick to your colors. But if you are seeing an abundance of like lands that add multiple colors, that's when you can start getting really creative. That's where you can start taking all these cards from other colors and being able to play them. And people will always be like, because like I've played 5 colors many times in limited, and people have been like, wait, you're really playing 5 colors? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
and I've won with these decks. I've won with 5 color decks. It's really, really crazy. That's what that's kind of how it went down. But you have to know what you're doing. It's very important, because you can't just put in 5 of each basic land or 4 of each basic land and then be like, yeah, we're good. I can play all the colors now. No, that's not going to work. You got to play cards that. So there's a lot like mana value that matters a lot too. Curve is the other one. Sorry, that was the other big one. Curve. You don't want a lot of 5 drops. You don't want a lot of 6 drops. You don't want a lot of 1s and 2 drops. You want a good. You want to even out your curve. If your deck is all 6 drops, and your opponent plays a 1 drop and a 2 drop, you're probably dead. You're not doing anything. So you want to balance your curve out. You want to get, maybe like 2 or 3 1 drops. I think the 2 drop slot is the most important slot in limited. If you can get a good efficient amount of 2 drops with benefits, there are lots of them these days now. There's a lot of 2 drops that have flying, a lot of 2 drops that have menace, a lot of 2 drops that have evasive, can't be blocked or whatnot. So that those cards are very, very important because those are the cards that will ride you out to victory.
Right.
And a lot of the times people overlook those cards because they don't know that they overlook those cards because they don't like my Coral Merfolk story where I attacked a kid for 12 damage with a Coral Merfolk. He didn't kill it. He had 2 kill spells in his hand to deal with it. But I'm like, it's one thing if it attacks you like twice and then you trade with a creature, okay, fine. Right. Or you play a blocker that can stop it from attacking, right? But you just don't accept 12 damage from a 2/1, all right? That's just sit there and just like, because now look at it this way. Your 2 drop just did 12 damage, and a lot of people don't look at it that way. Like, how much damage did this card do?
Right.
And so that's kind of the rundown as to it. But yeah, with limited, it's I don't know. I can explain it better if I'm like doing a draft, and I can like that's one thing I'm gonna probably do. I'm gonna try and make some drafting videos. I think that's gonna be the start. Once I get situated at my new place, I'm gonna start working on limited videos, and
sounds good.
See how that goes. But
right, like and me, the way I play limited most times is a little different than yours, and I still have a decent success rate. Is I play 25 spells in my deck, 12 to 15 creatures, and 18 lands. So I'm usually like 23 to 25. 23 to 20. No. How many spells are in a deck? 23 spells, 17 lands. So that is.
Well, the reasoning why you want to stick to a 40 card deck in limited is because
43 cards, yeah.
Well, I do
43, 45.
I do the minimum, which is 40, because you want your deck to be as consistent as possible, and the way
Right.
you do that is to make sure you're running the lowest amount possible.
Right.
go
And
ahead.
the way I fish things, because like the one thing I learned from you, and I've taken my own way, is I look for the draw spells and the removal spells, and I try to even them out. So not even them out. I try to adjust them where I get the things I want the most, and draw to fix the tempo. And so most of the time I found out by going like to 43 to 45 cards in a deck. And it's usually around 43, not 45, because 45 is like excessive. Is like it somehow for me fixes the weird synergies issues I have with a 40 card deck than a 43 card deck that gives me what I want. This is weird. But that's the way Tortoise does it. And I tell you to neglect what his orbs that he has more of a proven record than I do.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I mean, realistically, have fun. Hillbilly hits it right on the head every time. Have fun. Play the deck you want to play. Just if you want to play competitively, you gotta really factor in. But if you want to play for fun, I mean, realistically, you could play whatever you want. You could draft whatever cards you want. But you gotta be careful not to put yourself in a situation to where it's like, oh, my deck doesn't work, and that's always the one of the big factors for sure.
Right. No, it is a big factor. Man,
Sometimes I do make decks that do not work. So, oh well, that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Oh, sometimes we just go crazy. One of the best things I ever done was created a janky combo deck that relied on a 4-piece combo. A 4-card combo.
Wow.
Luckily that combo wasn't a standard, so I had ways to get that combo out better. But it was the jankiest combo ever. So I've talked about this combo before because it was the only I'm the only person that I've known to run this combo. Like, I feel so special and unique that I run this derpy combo. And the combo was you remember Fathom Mage, right? 4-mana creature. Evolve. When our creature is power greater than it, power toughness greater than it, comes into play, you put a +1 counter on it.
Yeah.
And whenever a +1 counter, this is a separate ability. Whenever a +1 counter is put on her, you may draw a card. Well, that had Horizon Chimera. Horizon Chimera costs 2 generic green and a blue. It's like a 3/2 flyer. You can tell this is already 8 mana in, so this is like an expensive mana cost combo. It says whenever you draw a card, you gain a life. Then there's this white card called Sunbond. It's an aura that when attached to a creature, whenever you gain 1 life, you put a +1 counter on enchanted creature. So these 3 cards make an infinite draw combo until you deck yourself out. But you may deck yourself out. It's a may ability. Then to speed up the combo, I was running this weird Sphinx. I do not remember the name of the Sphinx, but basically if you discard like 2 cards, if you discard 2 cards with the same name from your hand, you get to draw 4 cards.
Wow.
and it was a Turbo Fog based deck with this expensive combo. The expense was the mana cost was insane. So I'd stall myself out as best as I can to get to this infinite draw ability. And I say infinite, but it's finite to your deck. And with the counters going on it, I just try to swing in with this big Voltron +1 creature that has like tons of counters on it, and I lost a lot. But I loved it. Because you got to love what you do in the game, and if you love it, it's what brings that magical feeling. If you love the game, if you love the play testing, love the synergies, love being a Timmy player.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all right. Looking at the time, we're gonna have to get to the open forum. Woo-hoo!
So here I am. I've had a good listen.
Yeah, good listen.
A good listen. It seems like when you build decks. So what do you do if you got a losing deck? You just put it aside,
You can
or
put it
you
aside, you
rebuild
can
it?
tear it apart, you can do whatever you want with it.
Yep.
Okay.
There's
So
been lots of decks on Arena that don't work good enough for me. I'll just delete. There goes the deck.
Right? Oh yeah, like like it's all about the experience with the game, how you enjoy the game, whatever gives you your yum. That's
yeah,
what you
well,
want.
you're right. It's frustrating at first. I mean, like before I lost my password, I did play a few rounds, and each round got more frustrating. I mean, it was helping me out, but uh, I still don't understand. I understand the lands and the and the creatures, and there's other things. I just don't understand when you tap them. I don't understand that. I don't understand. You know, when you tap a card, it gives it more power. Is that it? You add the two together, or
No, when you the land you produce that you create,
yeah,
the mana you produce, pushes the power level of the cards that are in your hand based off their converted mana cost and their abilities. It's
yeah,
a game that really stacks on itself.
Yep.
yeah. Well, let's talk about Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
I know Coca-Cola. Well, I used to. All right, Ella, you going anywhere?
Coming back from laundry.
That's always fun.
It's
Yeah,
the
it is.
best. You
The
know,
best.
his car must be smelling like dryer sheets, so it's probably
There-
smelling good.
It's
There's two
awesome.
keywords. Yeah, there's two keywords I use to play Magic,
Mhm.
and that's what I tell myself every day.
Two
Have,
keywords.
have fun.
Oh yeah,
That's clutch.
Have
Have fun.
fun.
two
Have
keywords.
That's the whole
fun.
point of the game. Have fun.
Yep.
What happens on attack? What happens on attack triggers? That's what I'm curious about.
Somebody's
Oh,
having fun.
Hey, super fast. You should come visit me again, and then we could play Magic, and I get more experience. You know, uh, just bringing up cards for both of us, and we'll have fun.
yeah. Oh no, having fun is the best part.
Yep.
We played Magic together before.
Yeah, I did play with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you were teaching me. I probably forgot more than you taught me, but I do remember it. It was fun. It was fun for you because you were playing for both of us. Really. So I did have fun playing it. You know. So yeah. So I want to thank you for introducing me to the game.
Yeah.
You know.
I wanted to play with my daddios, at least one time in my life if I ever had a chance, and I'd love to do it again if we ever got the chance to do it again.
Yep. If you ever got a chance to do it again, that's
Mhm.
I got.
Is there a way you can set them up on Spell Table and ship them a deck?
I don't know if my computer can even run Spell Table if it can't run. Ship them a deck. That's an interesting idea.
Can you ship them a deck, a precon or something like that, or whatever, and set up Spell Table? Because I've seen somebody do Spell Table on a tablet and a cell phone.
Well, I don't know. He'd have to. Well, first of all, he'd have to learn how to do the setup. And I know how his office is set up. That'd be a hard setup.
Yeah, that's true. I'd have to. Well, I got a computer. Yeah, I don't know what else. I got a laptop.
You got a
Right.
webcam?
Well, I'm
Yep.
just trying to think. I'm just trying to think how you get the like. You need something to hold the webcam up above your computer to face the table.
Books and awake.
Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I don't have a. I don't have a.
Like if you use your phone for a webcam, you'd
Yeah,
have to
you can
have
use
it.
your phone for the webcam.
You have to have something holding it over your table.
Yeah.
The first two times I used Spell Table, I used the stack of books and then put my cell phone halfway off the book and then put another heavy book on top of that. And then I went to the dollar store and got a what's it called, a gorilla, like the articulating tripods,
Well,
and that's how I've been playing ever since.
Ooh.
I got a tripod, a small one. It came with my webcam. I got lots of CDs and reel tapes I can stack up. Yeah, we can work it out. We can talk about it offline. You know,
Mhm.
that'd be fun.
Why is that door open?
You know, figure something
That'd be
out.
a good idea. It'd take me I just have to set up my. I'd have to put spell. What's it called?
Spell table.
Spell table. I'd have to put the program on my computer, right?
It's a website that
Yeah.
connects with your computer.
Oh, okay. It's a website. Well, I can get to a website, that's for sure.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good idea. I mean, you think about it. You know. Uh,
It's. I'm
Some
trying
of
to
that.
think of a way to do it too. Well, table would work maybe, but somebody had to show them how the cards actually work.
Yeah, well, like knowing how his office space, I know there's no room in his office for this. The best place for him to do it would be in his dining room. Then I have to connect to the laptop, which is fine. Now you
yeah.
just need the camera. Use you want to use your webcam bestly because you have to be able to look at your laptop, have the camera on screen facing down at the table like this. Sorry,
Yeah.
have the camera facing the table and enough space to play cards.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It was just a thought.
No.
yeah.
No, you're good. It's a good
Yeah,
thought.
you're good. Yeah. Uh,
Like,
something we can think about, and I can, I can try and set something up. Trial and error. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's that?
Looks like a deck box.
Oh, it's a
toolbox.
toolbox.
I just sat down and I remembered that I had to put tools away before I walked out the door, and so I put it in the most uncomfortable, inconvenient spot for me. So when I sat down on the toolbox. So I had to put that away. But I was late and I had to get out of the door.
Awesome. And
Everything is
you're so
awesome.
amazing. That's why you're
That's
so
right.
amazing.
So
No, there's a lot to make this game, the Magic the Gathering, a magical game. It is the gathering. It is the cards. It is the gambling of the cards. It is the feeling of the win, the feeling of the loss, the draw. I did that dumb thing. Oh my god! I can't believe that combo popped off. That was the stupidest deck I've ever played. Can I play it again, please? That is the magic. That is the cover. That is the reason why. Hell, putting my binder together of just my legendaries to organizing that out. All of those different things are going to hit something for somebody. I like organizing my collection, and people are just like, cards in box, let's go. I just want to play, and I don't care about the rest of them. So everybody has their bit of magic and their bit of way of pulling things off in this wonderful game that sometimes we hate, but sometimes we really, really love it.
Yeah, something I'd throw in there too. I mean, yesterday, I played a flump combo on Hillbilly, and he drew his whole entire deck on turn 4.
Wow.
But he drew out because, well, he would have drawn out, but I conceded before. I appreciate him letting me play the full combo, but it's such a stupid deck.
Yeah. I'm sitting here like, dang blanket, what can I do?
Yeah, Flump and Orcish Bowmasters, so stupid, such a stupid combo.
Yeah,
It is.
Price card in real life.
What's that?
Orcish Bowmaster is like a pricey card in real life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not wrong there.
Yeah. Look at you guys being awesome and amazing. Look at you.
Mark flag.
But you know what time it is?
No, please don't say it's time to wrap up.
It's time to shave.
Please don't say.
It's time to shave Hillbilly's beard.
Yo, I think you're gonna have to fight Mrs. Hillbilly with that one. Screw Hillbilly. It's Mrs. Hillbilly you're gonna
fight. This thing behind me is when I was at Desert Storm, these class in New England sent me this paper, and they all wrote their names on it and wishes and everything, and wrote the flag. It was pretty cool.
Sorry, you said you served in Desert Storm?
Yeah.
Sir, as a Canadian and a family of members, like my family has military background, I thank you for your service. It may not be the Canadian Army, but I thank you for your service.
It was my pleasure.
And every other veteran out there right now.
You.
Thank you all.
You want to know an interesting fact I learned about Daddios? This touches me in the heart more personally. While he was serving, he read Jurassic Park.
Oh my goodness. I love you guys, man.
Two Daddios. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
What is Hillbilly doing?
Hey, nothing.
Nothing. So, when are you gonna have a fresh face? I've seen you without a beard. You're not a bad looking dude.
You're saying he's a bad looking dude with the beard?
Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna grow it.
You gonna get wizard status? Go to your belly.
Yeah.
You're gonna grow down to your belly, but then you gotta change your whatever you're smoking to a corncob pipe. And
yeah, I can do that. Ain't no problem.
Put your corn husk in there and smoke it.
Corn husk. Darc Raven like ZZ Top.
Pause says thank you for your service.
Yeah. I was just reading that when you said that. Nice.
Sorry.
You're good. I'm trying to keep up chat and with the show.
Yeah.
But look how amazing. The community is what really makes this fun for us. The fact that we're like I'm from Iowa, Hillbilly's from Kentucky, State Sword is in Indiana, Salmonell's in Canada, Cookie Dude's in California. We're all across the continent, basically. This continent. And very far apart, hundreds of miles away from each other, and here we are, seconds away from our words, getting to talk to each other and talk to everybody else.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. You couldn't do this 20 years ago.
D. Lawson, if you have any problems with the arena, get in contact with me on my Discord, please.
Pa's like, Vermont, baby, let's go.
I'm just curious if I'm the only one having problems on Arena.
Vermont.
Mine was
Yes.
my problem on Arena was mostly just challenging. Was just challenges. I couldn't challenge nobody. It
All right,
crashed.
this link is for Coogie Dude. All right. That's probably how to set up spell table.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spell table. Check that out.
Yeah. So
Ah,
that's how it looks underneath my hat, if you're wondering. Like
Yeah.
how it feels to wear my hat. That's how it looks.
yeah.
I know this just totally blew this orb's mind. But yeah.
Did it?
Nice. My cable's fucked up.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. My power cord is messed up.
Sounds like you need a new
All
one.
right, beautiful people, chat. I love you guys. I have to go. I have to eat.
Hey,
Gotta go pull it
you
close.
just told me you didn't want me to close the stream, and here you are saying you have to go.
No, I don't. No. Okay. On that statement, I don't want to leave you guys. I will
Alright.
sit here and go full to close, but you're trying to close the stream so that we can do what we were talking about 2 days ago and make sure that you're searchable and all that stuff because everybody needs to see this pretty face and your guys' pretty faces. So we should close the stream before it comes out. I'm down to start another one. And then we'll do it again, and I'll talk to you guys while I'm folding clothes. But I gotta go take a pee first.
Yeah, I'm thinking really hard to start my own channel. I got a channel, but I'm thinking really hard at what content I can do, and I got to figure out how to do it.
Darc Raven says my occupational therapist says Magic the Gathering is a good way for me to play for cognition. Cognition. That's a word.
Cognition. That's a big college word. Woo.
I get aggravated though at Arena sometimes when I play like 10 games and lose all 10 games in a row.
Yeah, well, you can't win them all, right?
Right. 10 games
That's
in a
right.
row ain't right.
But super fast plays this game so fast. When the opponent loses, what is that? Is that a link you just sent me?
Yeah, it's a link to how to set up a spell table from Balt's Apprentice.
Okay,
He's trying to help you out.
nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, what we should do before we do the spell table thing is just get you comfortable with doing what we're doing now, but live on your channel one day.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
You know,
I'm gonna really. I mean, I got time. I just got to figure out how to edit. I don't have an editor. I got to find an editor.
No, I'm talking about like going live.
Yeah, online, live.
Yeah,
you
when you're live, you don't have to edit.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to edit live?
Yeah, I'm talking about.
I thought YouTube wouldn't let you do a live stream until you had so many subscribers.
No, that's true. That's true. So many subscribers. Well, no,
you can go live with zero subscribers.
They might have changed that because it used to be like you needed 30 subscribers to go live. But they might have changed that because Hillbilly does nothing but go live and create shorts.
Yep.
And now he has a couple of videos actually on his channel, but none of it's live.
Yeah. See, I got to learn how to do the videos. I got a camera that does video. I got not an old camera, but I got a camera that's not like yours, but I can do video on it, and I can upload it to my channel, I guess.
Yep.
Well, like if you go live, I think like if you have a way to go live, you can start playing around with the idea of creating content. Because every time you go live, like we are right now, because like what I use, you can do for free for 25 hours a month, and I guarantee that you're not going to do this 25 hours a month. But you can go live, out in your game room or your man cave, get custom with idea, because what you'll want to do is just start working on the Kooky Dude identity, which sounds weird because I know you know who you are. You're old enough to know you are, but as a YouTuber, you got a different identity that you kind of got to discover in that realm. Like discover like why Tortoise does his hands like that or something.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, what I'm thinking of doing is, teaching people who are getting into vintage electronics, how to get the most out of their cassettes or their turntables, or how to get the most out of it.
Right.
I mean, that's something I'm thinking of. I mean, I have all that stuff, but there's a lot of people out there who do that.
Right.
I mean, I was just watching this one YouTuber he just broke 100,000 subscribers doing that.
Yeah, you can do stuff like that all the time for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, but I enjoy this stuff, what you're doing.
Right. I know this is the best
Magic
time.
cards. Yeah.
I know this is the best time for you to join and hang out.
Because it's totally brand new to me. I mean, it's not like playing poker. It is, but this is totally different, and it just excites me. It does excite me. It just blows my mind how much I gotta learn. I can't learn it in one day. So
no, you're good.
I'm good, but yeah, I appreciate everybody who has something to say and help me out.
Right.
Link,
Thank you.
The link I've just put in chat there, that's to that last video that me and Superfast Tortoise did together.
Yeah, I just watched one of your shorts, Hillbilly. I don't know, I watched one where you said that you can't do it because you got something wrong, and then there's another one you did.
I do my shorts when I have problems.
Yeah.
That way I, inform people, hey, this is going on. This is going on.
Yep.
That way they get the heads up. It's like a news. I use it like a news flash.
Right. You use the shorts as like an update for your channel.
Right.
Updates at a spot. Right. But I actually gotta start checking on this dinner stuff.
I gotta myself.
I gotta go too.
I gotta start doing real like home life stuff, because like I got meat that needs to thaw by a certain time so I can cook it. Thank you, Stay Sober, for chilling out with us. Thank you, Hillbilly. Thank you, Kooky Dude. You guys are awesome. Awesome.
You're awesome.
Everybody.
Yeah. I want to be the very best.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not.